Alright, hello everyone, it's Emily Hill, and I'm here to present my dev commentary for my end of semester kind of submission for my audio project. If you guys follow me on social media or on, like you watch my streams on Fridays where I kind of update you guys on my level design work, then you may be familiar with this project already. I'm guessing if you're seeing this video, you probably are familiar. If not, this is a project where you go from a click and point adventure, seen here in these widgets, in a game that's very bubbly, very much it would seem meant for kids, right? And then it transfers into a first-person horror experience. Honestly, the idea for this project came around when I couldn't decide for my audio design class if I wanted to make a level focused on children's sound effects or focused on horror sound effects, because those are both very intriguing to me, but they seemed very different. This project has helped me find the overlap between those things, and there seems to be quite a bit more overlap than I would have expected, so very happy to have been working on this since January, I believe. It's one of my favorite projects that I've worked on. It's a solo project of mine. Everything sound-wise is my own, design-wise is mine. The stuff that isn't mine are the art assets, most of them at least. I did do a couple of things, but the library assets you see here, there's some factory assets outside. Those are both from Unreal packs, and the cartoon slash pixel art backgrounds you'll see in the first half of the game, those also came from an online pack. So if you guys are interested in those, I will be providing credits to them in the description for this video if you want to check it out. Otherwise, yeah, everything else is my own. My friend Isaiah did some voice acting for the little kid we hear in the background, also known as the brother character. So credits to him as well. He did absolutely wonderful. And yeah, I hope to polish this up because despite it being the final turn-in for my audio class, this is still a very real project for me, so I will be continuing to work on it until I feel like it's polished as much as it needs to be to reach what my original intent was with this project. So I'm not sure how long it will take. I don't know if that will take years. I do hope to have another polished build up in maybe a month from now, but all I can say is more polish is coming on this, but for now, this is the final build that I will share with you guys. So I'm going to play through the actual build, which will be available to you guys through my portfolio as well. My professor should have access to this build directly as well. Let me know, professor, if you don't, because that's something I will have to fix immediately for my grade.
Hi there, you must be new here. I'm Princess. Do you want to play? Where are you? You're here, silly. I have a fun game to play. My friends all went away. Can you help me find them? Use the mouse to move to new areas and to click on different items. My friends Tofu the dog, Sully the sheep, and my absolute bestest friend must all be hiding somewhere. Come on.
You can't find me.
Yeah, so, I did the voice acting for the princess character as well as, our player character, which we will hear later. I muted myself because while I think voice acting wise for like a first semester of voice acting, it's not bad on my part. It is something I'd like to maybe revisit later on, and the sound of my own voice bothers me personally, though other people have told me that it is indeed okay in terms of voices. But Isaiah, if you heard his character in the background, I provide no subtitles for his character at any point because I want you to question if you're actually hearing him speak or not. But if you are paying attention and you do hear his lines, it was also his first time voice acting, but they are very well done. And he was great to work with. He's a close friend of mine. So, yeah, plot of the game is we have to help her find her missing friends. Oh, that should be easy enough, right? We go to the left.
Tofu, silly doggy. You remember what happened the last time we played hide and seek? Let's keep looking.
So we find the dog, nothing abnormal about that.
Silly! You would really think the last live sheepy wouldn't try to end up like the others. Yes, you would. I'm so happy we found my sheepy. Let's keep searching.
So we find the sheep. Nothing too weird about that, right? And then we end up in this cave, and if you listen, the music, which again, I did, it's nothing too special, but I enjoyed making multiple versions of it, and just tweaking slight things. It was a lot of fun. But the music changes to a much creepier key and a much creepier feel. I removed some parts, I just took out some notes, left it silent at some places, so I had a lot of fun making it creepy.
Ew, I love this place. It's so big and echoey, but no one can hear you from the meadow. I can sing as loud as I want. No one would even know. Hey, that's my bestest friend's hat. He probably dropped it. What a goof. Let's keep looking.
You can find me.
So then, sorry, there's been a thunderstorm outside my window as well, so I am going to actually do 2 more videos on top of, if enough time passes, I'll probably do another dev commentary, but I do want to make an actual nice trailer for this, and then I want to make a playthrough without any commentary, just a silent playthrough for people that just want to see how the level plays out. So I will be making more stuff in the future. I think I want to wait for one more polish before I start working on those things, though, outside of my semester work.
You're really leaving? Okay, we'll find my bestest friend next time. He actually looks a lot like you, almost like he could be your brother. You have a brother? I wonder where he is.
Where's my brother?
So yeah, then we switch into this first-person horror mode. You see the screen where we were playing the game at is now blue screened, and you can hear a creepy, kind of broken up version of the melody playing. In past videos, I said that this was going to be the office that the main character works at, and I changed the office setting to a library setting because I found this asset pack that I really, really liked. And also I was like, you know, it's creepy enough, and I wasn't sure how creepy I could get it with the other office packs I was seeing. The one thing I will say about this pack is that all of the textures in it were like wood, all of them were. So maybe I'll probably either make my own textures for this or save up to buy like a supplemental pack for the interior. Because all of the wood is probably the most glaring thing about this art pass. But other than that, I've been happy.
Is anyone there? Where's my sister? She was just here.
I need to get over there, now.
So we have the big, instead of just like a thin window, now we have this big grand window with the red lighting coming through it. And then I hid in all of this level, the character sprites are actually available to see throughout this first-person part of the level. So that was the dog we just saw. Let's head up here to get to the other side. And this here is my favorite corner of the level with the just echoing voice. And you notice back here I have, like, it's very dark, but it's also warm colors. Here it's brighter, but it's also very cool and slightly neon colors, aside from the very glaring red over here. Other side door. So we pick up a key, and we can also see the sheep here. So if you weren't convinced that this is definitely connected to the game in some way, then those sprites are there to let you know.
What the hell?
And then we see our girl princess down there.
I'm here! I'm coming! I'm here!
So as we run up the stairs, we could hear the brother crying, but we aren't able to get to him in time. How unfortunate. And I also put down, instead of letting you see like a basic ground, because originally I was just going to make this like you could see factories for miles and it was going to be very dark and depressing. I actually brightened it up quite a bit with all the bright colors and merged it with just a couple of factory buildings. And even though you can see, you might think, am I supposed to see the outskirts of the world? And I've been okay with it for this art pass because I wanted it to look like as you walk out, like the reality you know is kind of breaking apart. I'd like to add some maybe effects in the future to help convey that a little bit better. But for now, this is what we have. And there we see the cowboy hat again. And that is what I have so far for that build. So, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This is just what it looks like in engine again. I've worked hard over the past couple of months to get it to this point, and even though it's not too much, doing it as a solo project, I've had to handle like any issues I've had also on my own, aside from the support from my professor and my TA and my classmates. They've all been great, but it is different working on a solo project versus having a full team of people. But hopefully I can get this polished up so much that I could even, you know, put it on Steam or something as a solo project. That would be really cool. It seems a bit far out right now, but it's definitely something I'm keeping in the back of my mind as a nice goal to have going forward. That's the level of polish I would like to get out of this project, and it's something I think I could do in time. But for now, this is what we have. I hope you guys have liked it. Again, I will be providing further update on this project, so stay tuned for that in the coming months, years, plural. We'll see how long it takes to get that level of polish out of this. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you to my professor and my TA for all of their help this semester. And I will see you guys hopefully on the next one.